All right. All right. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Eric F. King, and today I am super excited to bring to you my world class speakers. All right. So, this is Motivational Monday with me and my friends. We do this every single Monday, 7 a.m. Eastern Time. And we have people from all over the world that tune in to get value before they start their week. And today, my our topic rather, it's never too late to start. It's never too late to start. Now, this is going to be a great one. So you want to tag some people, send this out to some people right now, at least two, three people. All right. Let them know that about this call. And if you're watching this on replay, you want to do the same to send this out to people. All right. Today I have experts on Cassandra Terry, Leah Garcia, Amberly Shreve, Annie Asong, and Zan Anaguru. Uh, World-class experts that I bring to you every single Monday. All right. So to kick us off, I am going to introduce our first speaker who hails from Texas, where everything is big in Texas. Everything, including her, she has a talk show, right? She's big in Texas as well. She has a talk show called the Cassandra Terry Morning Show. So we actually have to borrow her and take her away from her show to come here because she's big online as well. She is a mindset coach, and she's going to kick us off. So without further ado, Cassandra Terry, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Eric. I am so excited to be here. And you guys do not have to borrow me from anywhere. I run to this every Monday morning to get my day started because coaches need coaches. We need someone to pour into us as well. And each and every one of you, as well as the fantastic conversations that we get from your guest every Monday, is building me up, getting me ready to start your week. So Eric, thank you for what you do every day, and especially for pulling this together to get our week started and teaching us to close with compassion so that we are showing up and sharing our services and what it is that we do in a way of service so that we're helping Zion, bringing that positivity. Mr. Marketer himself, our godfather of LinkedIn, Amberly taught me, has already started. We only met a short while ago, but I know so much more about how to communicate and stay connected with my client base because of you and our financial whiz, the professional Miss Leah Garcia. I am so grateful for each one of you guys because y'all helped me get my week off to a great start. And Eric, today's topic is fantastic. I was so excited when I saw it because it's something that's a part of, you guys see the SOAR background behind me. SOAR, being ready to soar in 2024 is what I'm bringing to every space that I'm in and talking about what that means. And part of that is the 4 P's of self development or personal growth. And to quickly go through, the first P is about pruning, getting rid of the things that no longer serve you, that maybe they're bad habits, maybe they're negative beliefs, whatever they may be, getting those out of your space, out of your environment, out of your head. And then you go to the prepare stage. In the prepare stage, you're replacing that old stuff that you got rid of with the new things that you need to excel in the life that you're building for yourself. New skills, new habits, new ways of showing up in the world. And then there's the stage, Eric, that I thought of immediately when I saw Never Too Late to Start, and that's pace. This pace stage is often difficult for people, but I'll throw an extra P in there. It's personal, guys. It is the point in the process where you have the opportunity to take all of those things that you've learned, all those new habits, new ways of showing up, the new thought processes, and integrate those into your life so they become a part of how you show up. And when they're not one and done, a quick fix, but actually new habits that are formed and used on a regular basis, you start to show up differently. You get out of your own way you highlight and utilize those new skills, and you're ready for that last P, which is the propel stage. That's when it all comes together and you see what looks like exponential growth overnight. It's where we say, oh my God, they're just an overnight sensation. Well, Jay, you just became aware of them today, but they've probably been going through those other P's and stuck in that pace stage for quite some time until they had the skills necessary to really manage the life that they were elevating towards. So pace can be frustrating, but I wanted to give it a name because I want you to know that each one of those stages is giving you something. They build on each other to prepare you to not just be successful, but to maintain that success. I don't want you to win the lottery and squander it because you don't have the skills to manage your money. I want you to go through the process of building and saving, making mistakes, learning from those mistakes, and then integrating that learning into your life so that when the big win comes, not only do you get it, but you're able to not just keep it, but to actually grow it. You take it and you make it even more because you have the necessary skills and the habits to keep what it is that you've gotten. That's what PACE will do for you. That's why it's never too late. It's personal to each one of us. We're all on our own journey. It takes as long as it takes. And as long as you keep going, you will get there. So I'm going to give it back to you. I think that's my time, Eric. But I just want to say quickly that you guys go to the Soar Beyond, the Soar Beyond Limits Challenge. We're getting ready to start a challenge that will take you from where you are to where it is that you want to be, help you get that clarity. So the Soar Beyond Limits Challenge is coming up, and I hope each and every one of you guys would join us in the journey to soar in 2024. Thanks, Eric.
All right. All right. Well, thank you. We appreciate you as always. Thank you for kicking us off in the right way. And I would like to welcome the folks that are online watching. Vero, welcome. Coral, welcome. All the way from across the pond. Okare, welcome from Nigeria. Dwayne, welcome. And good morning to you too. And Ed, welcome. So if you are on, definitely let us know in the chat. And ask your questions because we're going to be taking questions soon. All right. So now I want to go to our next speaker. And our next speaker hails all the way from California, where it is 4 in the morning. Yes, 4 in the morning. And she is our financial expert, right? People say money doesn't bring you happiness. And, you know, I always say that prosperity brings you more happiness than poverty. I've been broke and I've had a lot of money, and having a lot of money is much more fun. Trust me. If you don't think so, try it, right? Yeah. And I always think people that say, you know, things like that, money isn't important and all that, it's because they never had any. You never see rich people speaking like that, right? So I'm gonna send it over to her. She's also a black belt in martial arts. That's huge. My kids are in martial arts and they're not even close to black belt. That would take years. So you know, I give her kudos for that. She will help you make money, invest money, multiply your money. Without further ado, let's give it up for Leah Garcia.
Thank you so much, Eric. And I am fired up here in Monterey, beautiful Monterey, California. And wherever you're tuning in from, we appreciate you. We love you. And what this topic, when I saw that, I said, oh my gosh, I love this because I get this question all the time. It is never too late to start. So if you are just a few years from retirement, or maybe you are in retirement, now's the time to start looking towards your money. Sometimes we want to look away from it and it just seems overwhelming, but we got to take the first step. So the first step, if maybe you're just a few years from retirement, is we got to handle the debt. We got to get a handle on that. Retirement with debt is called a disaster. So there are things that you can do to really accelerate and pay down your debt quicker. Maybe you need to get into a debt accelerator. Maybe there's different things that we can do aside from following bankruptcy. So if you're in that kind of a state, I'd love to chat with you. So that's number one. We got to manage our debt. And managing our debt, by the way, does not mean that we can make the payment. Okay, making the payments is one thing, but it's having that debt. You may owe $10,000 and the minimum payment is $100. That's not going to get you out of debt. So we have to absolutely be out of debt in retirement, or even near retirement. Number two is, and this is something that people don't think about, it's not just how much money you make, but it's how much money you keep. So I have helped a family this week. They make about $350,000 on a W-2. They're W-2 employees. They're paying a lot of money to Uncle Sam. And we don't mind paying Uncle Sam, right? But we don't want to overpay Uncle Sam. And they said, you know what, Leah, we don't know what to do. We've talked to our CPA. And I asked him, have you ever thought of owning a business? And the husband said, you know what? I've actually planned to start a business when I retire. I said, well, do you know that starting a business is one of the best ways to leverage the tax code in your favor? So he had invested thousands of dollars. He's buying laptops and going to classes and taking schools and webinars, but he didn't even understand that that could all be a way for him to leverage that tax code and start having those deductions and write-offs and keeping more money in his pocket. He's probably going to save about $30,000 this year in taxes alone. And number three, get a professional to help you. This is not a do-it-yourself thing. It's like trying to drop an engine in your car. Okay, you might be able to do it, but it ain't going to look pretty. You're going to have a lot of extra parts. Please don't do that. Okay, understand that it might feel intimidating, but there are those of us who will be empathetic, no judgment. We all start somewhere. We all start somewhere. The biggest thing is to just start. No matter where you are. And Cassandra always says, start it scared, start it with shaky legs. Maybe you don't know what the process is going to look like, but making that decision to get started is the first step in your financial future. So my name is Leah Garcia. And remember, it's not how you start, but how you finish that matters most. And that's my time. Thank you so much, Eric. Pass it back to you.
Thank you so much, Leah. Appreciate you. We always do. Thank you, our financial expert. All right. So we are going to keep it moving. We're going to keep it moving with our next speaker. And our next speaker hails from Maryland, where I used to live. And it's funny because I used to live there, but I've actually never met her in person. We met online. But that's the great thing about online businesses, right? So this woman will help you to build relationships, which is one of the most important things you need to do in business, right? She is an expert at networking, business networking, right? She is a communication specialist, and she is one of the best in the world. So you want to take out your pen, your paper, your iPad, whatever you use to take notes, because I'm going to bring on stage Miss Amberly Shreve. Amberly, go ahead.
Well, Eric and friends, it is such a pleasure to be with each and every one of you today, and I thank you so much. So I am Amberly Shreve, and I am with Promptings, and so I want to take you guys on a little bit of a journey. You know, starting out is not always easy. We're frightened. We're living in fear. We're not quite sure what's going to happen. Am I good enough? All the doubts. But you know what? You are good enough, and you have so much to offer. And there are so many people that are watching what you're doing, because you are, believe it or not, you're an example to them. So wherever you start, just start with something simple and do it each day, and then multiply it to the next day. And in order to show up and honor yourself, the work needs to be done. And it's not always easy. And there's going to be days where you're so tired. But I'm going to tell you right now, it is going to be so worth it. Each day, you're thinking of all of the things that are going to change your life. And then you're going to change someone else's life. So I really hope that you are choosing your way to be able to communicate with the world. Your gifts, the things that you have that you don't even know that you have, they're going to start coming out and you don't even realize it. All of the areas that you need growth, it's going to come. It's going to come because you're doing the work. And within your heart, your heart is going to expand. Those relationships are going to build. And I know because I've been there, we all have to evolve. We all have to change the way we do things sometimes to interact with the world, to interact with our clients, our customers, the people that we're looking to do life with, because it's not just a cookie cutter world that we live in. So in order for us to move through these areas in life, we do have to make adjustments, and it's okay. It's okay to make adjustments. So I encourage you, friends, that each and every day, get curious about what you're doing. Get curious about your business and your life and how you want to grow and expand and the things that you want to do to be the best person that you can be. And if you're looking for ways to communicate, if you're looking for ways to interact, and you're looking for ways to stay in front of others, I have a really wonderful tool that I'm able to share with you where you can communicate with others. You can really connect and encourage and inspire others that you're doing life with. I'd love to be able to share that with you. And connect with me on social media, connect with me on LinkedIn, Alignable, and I would love the opportunity to spend some time with you and learn more about you. Thank you all so much.
All right. Well, thank you, Amberly. We appreciate you as always. Thank you so much for always bringing the value. All right. So we're gonna keep it moving. I wanna just welcome some more people. We have people from all over the world. I see. Let's see. We have Leslie from North Carolina. Welcome. We have the Golden Eagle. Golden Eagle. Nah. You see, I'm getting old. I forgot her name. Genevieve. Yeah, how could I forget Genevieve? That's my favorite actress in Nigeria, Genevieve. Yeah, so I'll never forget your name again, Genevieve. Genevieve, we welcome you from Trinidad and Tobago. Poku is from Ghana. We have people from all over the world. Dwayne is here. Ed is here. So keep on putting your comments in there. Put your questions. I see Carl from across the pond has already put some questions in there. We appreciate all of you. All right, so we're gonna keep it moving. She goes, hello. Yeah, it's early. It's early. So I'll either blame it on the fact that it's early or I'm getting old. One of the two. I'll blame it on those. Oh yeah, she sure is too. Awesome. All right. So welcome Kelly. Welcome in Wanko. All right. So let me share a little information about it's never too late to start. All right. So I had a client who is a tax accountant or tax strategist, and she was in my class, my compassionate closer class, my sales class. And she's learning all this information about how to craft her offer. And she's learning all this information about what questions to ask. And she's learning all this information about how to overcome objections in a compassionate way. And then she says, Eric, you know what? She says, this is so helpful, but I've been doing this for 25 years and I never knew all of this. She said, I probably have lost hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I said, well, you know what? It's never too late. Today is the beginning of the rest of your life. So forget about those 25 years and make your next 5 years more impactful. Make more money in your next 5 years than you did in 25 years. And she said, wow, I never looked at it that way. I said, that's why I'm here to coach you. So you can look at it another way, right? So it's never too late to start, folks. My dad, God rest his soul, he said when they were little, they used to pump water in a well. I come from Nigeria, and we come from a little town in Nigeria where there's one tarred road, just one. It's all dirt roads, right? And he said that they would go to the well to pump water, and they would have to pump it like this over and over and over and over. And they will start getting tired. And when they'll get tired, and he said, Dad, I want to stop. His dad would say, the water is almost there, though. It's almost out. Like, don't stop now. And then the water comes out, and you're like, wow, what would have happened if I stopped? You see, folks, that's a metaphor for life. A lot of times we want things right away, and we don't understand that it can take a while. If it's worthwhile, it can take a while, right? And God may have a plan, I don't know what your religion is, but I'm a man of faith, and I know that God can have a plan for you. And just because you haven't seen it yet doesn't mean it's not coming, right? And it may not come the way you want it to, right? It may not come the way you want it to. So I want all of you to realize that it's never too late to start. I mean, I have been training people. Actually, a guy sent me a message a few days ago. He's a big shot marketer and sales guy in Canada. He was thanking me for teaching him how to sell almost 20 years ago. I was a sales manager at an opera company where people sing, and he said that was my first sales job. And you made me realize that I don't have to be pushy to sell. And that, I don't know, I didn't realize I was doing this long. But what I'm saying is that whatever you want to accomplish, do it. I've been training and coaching all these years, but I was never online. I just got online like 3 years ago. People say, well, Eric, you're everywhere online. I'm like, I just got there. Right? So, but I know that it's never too late to start. That's why I did it, right? Because a lot of people are like, well, I'm not an online kind of guy. It's past, it's past my time, all of that. But I didn't give myself those excuses. I just said, okay, let's start with one platform. And now, I'm on multiple, right? So remember, it's never too late to start. Jim Rohn, one of my the guys I listened to, I read his books and everything. He said, you can be a millionaire in any 5 years. Any 5 years. 25 to 30, 45 to 50, 70 to 75. It doesn't matter. And that applies to everything in life. You can do it. Today is the beginning of the rest of your life. All right, before I go to the next speaker, let me just read to you a few people that you may know and what they've accomplished. Sam Walton, who created Walmart, the biggest grocery store in the world, he started at 44. Ray Kroc, who didn't create McDonald's, but he created the franchise system of McDonald's, started at 52 while he was ailing and bad health, right? He started at 52, and now McDonald's is everywhere. I was in South Africa, and we had a burger at McDonald's in South Africa, right? All right. Let's see. Bill Porter of E-Trade was 63, right? I use E-Trade. Colonel Sanders of KFC was 62. He started his business with his Social Security check after he retired from his job. 62. The average millionaire in America doesn't become a millionaire till they're 57. So yeah, we see Zuckerberg and we see all these 20-year-olds, but that's not the norm. That's not the norm. All right. So I just want to let everybody know that that's why we're talking about this today. It's never too late to start. Your time may not be here yet, but it's coming. All right. Appreciate that. And let's move on to our next speaker. All right. Our next speaker is a good friend of mine all the way from England. Oh, my days. He knows what he's doing. Like this guy, he's a marketing genius. Let me tell you something. You guys may not know this. The reason we're all here today is because of him. He introduced me to a platform called LinkedIn Audio Rooms. And that's how I met these people right here, or most of them, right? So think about that. So if you want to build your business fast, contact him. So Eni Osung comes all the way from Europe. He will make you famous. Without further ado, let's bring up to the stage Eni Osung. Eni, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Eric. Thank you, everyone who's here with us. Paulette, I see you. Welcome. My good friend Leslie, welcome as well. Now, Eric, you're the star, my friend. You're the one that brings us together, really. I played a small part, but I appreciate your kind words for sure. Saying for the topic, I was like, okay, is it about age? Of course it is. It's about age on the one hand, but I think on the other, as you alluded to, Eric, it's really about staying the course for most people. Many people think I've been doing this for so long, it will never come. I'll never get there. Maybe I should just stop. But like you said, like in the world example, that's a perfect analogy, really. You never know. The next pool could be what gets the water out. If you stop now, what's going to happen? So I think it's so important for us to realize age is only a number. Time is only a number. It really is. You mentioned some of the great people who started late. But what's late? Really, what's late? Given the reality that we can be at the top of our game in 5 years in whatever we do, any of us, all of us, 5 years, we can be at the very top. Millionaires, yeah, and more. We can't afford to think, oh, okay, am I willing to do this long enough? Of course you are. You have to be, right? I think, as Cassandra said, there's something about age, being older, that gives you more tools. I mean, apart from Zion and Eric, none of us here are young, right? Let's be honest. You might say we're older, but we're not. We're young. We're young at heart. We're young at what we do. We're young in business as well. But what we have is ambition. What we have is the passion to succeed, to help people, the passion to make a difference. For this reason, we get up every day. We do what we do every day. We get better every day. To serve more people, right? It's not rocket science. If you've got that in you, success will come to you for sure. Just say just keep find that passion, find that solution. Sometimes you have to fail so many times. Who can't we point to Edison? Look at Bezos. He started in his youth. When Amazon took how many years to get this far? 50 years? No one sees the journey that people go through. It takes years to succeed. But each year you build and build and build. Each year you learn. It's been said already, don't do everything yourself. Only a silly person tries to no one's ever built a successful company by themselves. No one's ever done it. Don't try and do it yourself. Even when you're young, tech is confusing. Tech is evolving. No one knows how tech really, all the tech in the world. So learn from those who do, employ those who do. Collaborate with those who have the knowledge you need. But what you must do is start and keep striving, keep working, and keep believing that you are that person with that solution, and they will see your solution in the end. I dare say many people who succeed in the end, they're fully ignored, forgotten. Think of the artists, and I think of the great artists. They make money when they die. Does that mean it wasn't worth doing? Of course not. Because now we know who they are. At the very least, they've built a legacy, they've influenced the world, they've improved humanity. We can all do that. We don't need to succeed in a hurry. That's fool's gold. It doesn't happen. I mean, Eric, you get some people who've been there, who've done it. They're all very impressive. They really are. But they are just people like you and me. I looked last night. I thought I realized, Kevin O'Leary. Maybe you don't think a lot of him, but I think when you're the one that invents an airline, that creates an airline that does work. Ryanair, in other words, right? That's success. But he didn't get anywhere near success till he was 45. It's an ordinary man. Look at him now. Most people will start, and the success will come when they're in later life. Because of all the things we've said. You've built, you've learned, you've failed, you've improved, you've evolved. But meanwhile, that passion within you stays. Once you've got that, success will come. Time is no issue at all. But so literally, I think we have to realize that it's not age that's defeating us. It's our energy. It's our passion. It's our willingness to learn, willingness to invest in ourselves. I think that these are all the things that truly matter in terms of how we succeed. We can all do it. For what I do in life, especially, and maybe I'm lucky that age is a good thing. Here's my point. If you didn't know, when I was younger, I thought, I don't want to write a book. What am I going to write about? No, I don't know anything. But as you get older, you realize, damn, I know a lot. I can help the world with. So older age is a good time to write a book. Just start before your clock runs out, because no time is promised to anyone. Don't wait till tomorrow to start. Do it now. If you want to get published, you want to leave your legacy in the world, let's talk about your book for sure. Otherwise, in business, crack on. They're there to dream, there to do. Today's the day. And so all the helpers out there, Eric, I'll end on your point, that I guess, truly, you're so close to where you want to be. You're so close to that thing that's going to crack everything open for you. You have to truly persist. You have to carry on and love what you're doing whilst you're carrying on. Just do it. I'll leave it at that, Eric. I'm sure we'll talk about this all day, every day, but it's a great topic.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Annie. We appreciate you always bringing wisdom. I mean, it's like a TED Talk. And I like listening to Annie because he's different from me. He's more soft-spoken, so he draws you in. You know what I mean? He just draws you in and you're mesmerized. You're mesmerized. And speaking of being mesmerized, I'm going to bring up a speaker who mesmerizes people. I mean, women love hearing his voice. I get jealous when they always talk about his voice. I'm like, it's not that good. I mean, come on. But they're mesmerized by this guy's voice, right? He's a guy, I went all the way to Nigeria, the other end of the world, to find him. And I paid him for his service because he teaches something that is powerful. He's known as Mr. Positivity. And if you work with this guy, you have to become positive. It's impossible to be negative when you're around Zion. If you know him, you know what I'm talking about. So I want to bring up on stage, all the way from Nigeria, Mr. Zion Inaugural. Zion, the floor is yours.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Eric. I truly appreciate those kind words. It means a lot. And yet, to my amazing world-class speakers on stage, Cassandra, I appreciate you. Thank you for all you do. Ambali, Liha, and our Godfather, Mr. Eni, thank you so much. And to the amazing people listening from the audience, we appreciate you. And we want you to know that we don't take your presence here for granted. You supporting us means a lot, and we want to say a very big thank you. Now, it's a powerful topic today. It's never too late to start. We must understand that our life is unique, our life is special, and our life belongs to us. And you are not in a competition with anybody. The only person you're in a competition with is yourself. The world has structured our mind in a way where there is a certain age you need to attain certain heights in life. So many persons are bought into these ideas. When I'm 20, I need to be this. When I'm 30, I need to be this. When I'm 40, I need to be this. But it does not always work like that, because our lives are different. Our timelines are different. Our goals, our ambitions in life are different. And the earlier we realize this and embrace it, the better for us. For me personally, a testament of it's never too late to start, because I had my first degrees at 30. I refined purpose after 30. Growing up in Nigeria, getting your first degree at 30 can be very, very challenging. Why? Because you have so many persons who you are far older than, being in the same class, doing everything together. But then I never allowed that to stop me, because I know that my life is mine. Most times people are concerned with what other people are saying about them. They are concerned about other people's opinion, how other people see them. You must know that how people see you, what people say about you does not matter. What truly matters is how you see yourself, is what you say about yourself. And when it comes to it's never too late to start, it all begins from your mind. It all begins from your mind. When to start is in your mind. How to start, it's in your mind. Where to start is in your mind. And if you can get it right in your mind, I assure you, you will get it right in life. Because everything you want to do starts from your mind. And do not be afraid to start. Do not be afraid. In starting, in most cases, people are waiting for the perfect plan, the perfect ideas, everything to be perfect to start. You don't have to wait. Just start. Just start. Because life is a journey. The more you go on this journey, the more you learn, the more you grow, the more you are nurtured, the more you become better. To be honest, everyone speaking to you today, if we can talk about how we started, you are going to laugh because it's very, very funny. I remember the first time I came up on stage to speak, I was sweaty all over. I was shaking. You could literally feel me vibrating. But here I am, I'm talking to you confidently because why? I decided to enjoy the journey along the way. So you must understand that it's never too late to start. And it's not a matter of, it's not a function of age, it's not a function of the finances you have, it's not a function of the resources. And I will say again, it's not a function of your background. If you want to start, it all begins with your mind. And that's the reason why you need to have a positive mindset. There is nothing impossible to a man that believes. And with a positive mindset, you can do anything in life. That's why I always say this. When you are positive, you are possible. And in positivity, there is endless possibilities for you. So start now, and I assure you, you are destined for greatness. You are destined to succeed because in positivity, there is endless possibility. So thank you so much for listening. I yield my back over to Mr. Eric.
All right, all right. Well, congratulations on that TED Talk. That was amazing. I love how you close. I mean, so eloquent, right? Like that's a tongue twister. I would not be able to say all that stuff you said at the end there. So, my hat goes off to you. Thank you, Annie. That's why you are the last speaker because you really close us out. That's awesome. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. And you made me remember that my mom, she went to college late because she was raising us, right? And she was, I think, in her 50s, and she said, I want to go to college because I know I'm smart enough. And I said, then you go. She said, well, no, I'm too old. I said, no, you're not. I said, 4 years is going to pass by whether you go to college or not, right? And then she graduated with honors at 61 with a degree in theology, what she's always wanted to learn, right? So it's never too late. I never even thought about that before. And before you said that, it's never too late, right? And now, real quick, when I never argue with my mom because I just have too much respect for her. But when I disagree with her, she says, I'm a graduate just like you. So you can't pull wool over my eyes. I'm like, that's right, Bob. You are a graduate. So it doesn't matter, folks. It doesn't matter. All right. So we're going to get into some questions. A lot of people have been sending me a message about my next coaching class. It's actually in about a week. So if for any of you that feel that it's not too late for you to build your business, it's not too late for you to start getting sales. It's not too late for your family to win and you finally have the things you always wanted. It's not too late to start going on those vacations that you promised your children, but you're not able to do. Then go to successwitheric.com, successwitheric.com, click on work with me and just hear from some of the people that have been in that class. And if you're so inclined, book a call and let's talk about it. All right. So now let's go to our questions. We do have several questions here for our panelists. Let me start here. We have several questions. Okay, here we go. All right. Question for the panel. How can we manage any feelings of doubt or insecurity about starting late? That's a great question. how can we manage any feelings of doubt or insecurity about starting late? Anybody want to jump in with that? Amber, go ahead.
So, this is really a great question. Um, I know because I felt this. You wonder, am I good enough? Am I going to make it? But honestly, it's work. It's work on yourself. It's realizing self-confidence and worth, and you are worthy. You are worthy of so much. You have so much to offer. I mean, gifts that you don't even know that you even have inside yourself. So I encourage you to just like Zion said, you just start. You start and then it's good, better, best. Yeah, you might start out, it might be a little, a little bumpy, but you get better and then you get better. And it's something each day that's going into yourself, and you build confidence, and then you're doing it. And before you know it, you are touching hearts and changing lives. So um, I think the confidence piece is huge. And I think allowing yourself and honoring your needs to be able to move forward without judgment. I think that's the biggest piece, because when we're judging ourselves, we need to do a little bit more work. So
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Thank you so much. Let's go to Cassandra first and then Zion.
Thank you for this question, Coral. Excellent question. And we have to realize that we are feeling beings. We have feelings about everything, and they're okay. Allow your feelings to be what they are. Tap into them so that you can manage them. When those feelings of self-doubt and insecurity are coming up, those are self-limiting beliefs. That's that messaging that's playing in your head that's telling you that you can't or that you shouldn't. Knowing that it's there is a time of transition, because now you have the ability to do something about it. So when you're feeling that, you can just take stock of your life. You can look at all the things that you've accomplished up to this point and allow all of those milestones that you've already come over, that you've already accomplished, to lift you up, to give you that confidence that Amberly was just talking about, because we have more that we've accomplished than not. But our focus is typically on the times where things didn't go right. And we give so much credence, so much focus to that we just take for granted all the things that we've successfully done. So I'm just asking you to shift your focus just a little bit. And where things didn't go right, understand that there's a gift in that. There's learning in that you can integrate in the journey forward. And all the things that you've accomplished, let those elevate that self-confidence so that you can go through head high, back, shoulders back, just ready to accomplish whatever it is that you set out in front of you. You've accomplished more than not. You just have to take the stock and realize that that's the case. So allow the emotions to be, and then work with them. Give them something to counter what's going on there by tapping into the success that you've already had, and knowing that you're bringing a wealth of knowledge with you because you are starting later. So everything that you've done up to this point is preparation and pacing you for this very moment.
Awesome. Wow, that's amazing. Thank you so much. We're going to go to Zion, and then we'll get to the next question. Zion, go ahead.
All right, thank you. Just to add to what Amberly and Cassandra have said, one thing I do to overcome the feelings of doubt and insecurity is to continue to affirm myself positively. I affirm myself every day towards my goal. I can do this. I have all it takes to achieve this. I'm a success. I'm blessed. I have all these resources. Affirming myself every day, it's key and it's very powerful. So if you're having feelings of doubt and insecurity, I want you to embrace affirming yourself in positivity. Tell yourself what you want to become. Tell yourself what you want to see, and then you will see it in your life. So that's my reaction to that. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. Another question from our good friend Coral from across the pond. How can I balance the need for patience and persistence with the desire for quick results? All right, there you go. Leah cannot wait to share. Leah first, and then Annie.
Yeah, I love it. That's such a great question, especially when it comes to finances. And I say celebrate your little wins. If you can celebrate those little wins, and that will give you that patience to have success long term, because it's really not a, it's a marathon. It's not a quick race, right? It's not a sprint. So really just giving yourself an opportunity. Maybe you start paying down your first credit card. Maybe you start saving your first penny. Maybe start paying yourself first. It's just about celebrating those little wins. It's that atrophy muscle. And when we start to celebrate that, that's when we can have the success long term. Otherwise, we're going to focus on what we didn't do. We're going to beat ourselves up. We started too late. We don't have time. We don't have enough money. But if we celebrate those little wins, that'll give us that opportunity to stay on course and take that next step. And celebrating that little wins, I'm talking about if you love taking a walk on the beach, then go take a walk on a beach. It doesn't have to be something financially that costs us money. If you love having a little picnic, go get some little crackers and cheese and, light your candles and put on some good music, whatever that is for you. So when you celebrate those seemingly little wins, we call that Kaizen. It is those little wins that over time that have the most impactful results long term. So thank you for that question, Coral. That's an incredible question. I absolutely love that. I'll hand it back to you, Eric.
All right. Well, thank you. As always, appreciate you. Annie, go ahead with your answer.
That's a great question as well. I think, every day is a win. Every day every day, we're winning just by waking up, by doing, by daring to carry on, Coral. We are winning, right? As Leah said, you don't know how much you achieve until you look back. Only when you look back and think, I didn't think I could do this, that you realize you've come such a long way. You put together a toolkit to actually that's moved you forward. Everyone can do it now. If you look back to where you were a year ago, you've come a long, long way. We all have. And it comes from just doing the little things every day. And see those little things as they're the big things, really, right? They are the things that we have to do. The little things all become the big thing in the end. I think that part of the conversation, Coral, is look at those who've been before us. The story of the overnight success, it doesn't exist. I wish it did. I really wish it did. It doesn't exist. Everyone you look at, they've been doing what they do for years. When Eric says he's been in business for the last 20 odd years, he means it. Literally, we all think that overnight success over there, I want to be like that. But it doesn't happen that way. I remember when I started my business, I said to my wife, in 2 years, we'll be retired on the beach. Everyone needs what I do, digital marketing. So they're going to come, they're going to rush to me. Yeah, if only. If only. So 10 years down the line, I'm working harder than ever. But God knows I've learned a hell of a lot. In the last 6 months, I've learned it even more. I think that's just how life goes. And I looked at a few people in marketing. I spoke to a few I met on LinkedIn. I remember, and I met a man called Steve Kidd. Never knew of him. I met him, and I'm like, let's have a coffee chat because, you're in marketing. I'm in marketing. I'm not going to try and sell to you. You can't try and sell to me. Let's just have a chat. First question I asked him, how long have you been in business for, Steve? And he told me, going nearly 40 years, Eric. 40 years. That's how you get to work 100,000 a year customers. I never knew. Suddenly I thought, wow, if he's doing it, I can do it too. But it would take, my friends, at least 25 years to become what you want to become. Take it from me. Don't think of the time. Just think of just delivering, as Leah says, have fun enjoying the freedoms that you're winning every day. The fact that we can decide what to do with our day, that's huge. Like we can decide whether to go for a walk, whether to go and walk the dog, go and get something to eat. That's a win, right? But you can pay yourself. That is victory beyond all victories. So celebrate all these little wins. In the end, they become the thing that makes you in the end, right? They really will become the big thing. Hope that helps.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Absolutely. Absolutely. We love to celebrate one another here. All right. So we have about 10 minutes. We have a question up here. But what I'd like everyone to do is you can answer the question, but also let everybody know how they can reach you. Because there are people right now that want more, right? This 1 hour is not enough for them. They want more, right? Either they want to learn from you, they want to get in your class, they want to get your coaching, they want to buy your book, whatever it is. Let people know how they can reach you as we talk about the strategies for overcoming fear of failure or judgment. All right. So who would like to jump in? Okay, Leah, go ahead.
Yes, absolutely. I think that when it comes to this, what I find having the best success is really who are you surrounding yourself with? Who are your sidelines, your uplines, your downlines? Who are the people that are in your sphere of influence? And if you're feeling a lot of judgment, then maybe need to upgrade those 5 people who are the closest to you. Get yourself a mentor. Plug into things like this. There are so many people who are going to cheerlead for you. And I heard this quote by one of my, I would consider mentors. She said, it's not always the people that are above you that have the biggest influence. Sometimes they're people that are right in it with you, or maybe even struggling themselves, who can be the most inspirational. And we're all inspiring somebody. So if you feel that those people around you are not really your cheerleaders, then reach out to other people who would definitely be there for you. And the best way to connect with me is probably on LinkedIn. I am all over social media, but that's my biggest platform. Reach out to me. I'd love to have a quick no-pitch discovery call, learn more about you and how I can best be of service. Thank you so much, Eric. And I do have my Wealthy Wednesday coming up, which we're going to have with the most amazing Cassandra Terry. I'm super excited about that. And we are going to soar in 2024. I'm telling you, it is on like Donkey Kong.
All right. I appreciate that. The collaborations with 2 powerhouse women. All right. So that's Leah Garcia, everybody. Who'd like to go next? Annie, go ahead.
I think fear of failure, my friends, is it's in our heads, right? No one's judging us. Yes, they're watching. Of course they are. And we're watching others. We don't watch others for them to fail. Think of that. No one's sitting there today saying, "Ooh, I hope any fails." No one is doing that. Let's accept that, right? Any sense of fear of failure is in my head. Everyone's rooting for you to succeed. So take it for what it is. It's within us how we approach this life that we have. We can either approach the life we have with, what if I fail? What if I don't get it right? Damn. What if you do? What if you get it right? What if you do? What if you win? Imagine what could happen. That's and Cassandra will tell you that's as simple as it is. It really is. Flip the fear of failure into what if I do win? What if I do change the world? What would that mean for me? What would that mean for humanity? When you turn your thinking to how can I help people more, you stop being afraid for yourself, because you realize it's not about you, it's about the world, really, right? Just like public speaking and sales, Eric. When we think of ourselves, we get all nervous. Oh, what if I stumble? When you think, no, this person needs my service, I'm trying to help them. It doesn't matter how you come across. It doesn't matter how you do it, as long as you do it. That's why I tend to look at business. Just do what you have to do, learn, improve, and succeed. You will win. We're all winners. Everyone's truly a winner.
Absolutely.
Failure is something in our heads. It doesn't really exist. The worst that can happen when we fail is learn, right?
So
I
how
need
can we
that.
reach you, Annie? Tell us how we
If
can
you
reach
want to
you.
reach me, LinkedIn is my I live on LinkedIn essentially.
Okay.
That's where I tend to spend my days. Of course, I'm on
Okay.
other social media platforms, but LinkedIn is where I talk to people really.
Appreciate
Connect to me on LinkedIn. Come to my audio events. Come to me at Cassandra's audio events next Wednesday, and I'll happily have a coffee chat with you. Just get to know who you are. I love to meet people, and I don't want to sell to you unless I know I can help you.
All right.
So let's talk. Talk is good.
All right. Thank you so much, Godfather of Audio Rooms, Amberly.
This is such a great question. So I really feel in my heart that to overcome these areas, we really have to get vulnerable with ourselves. We really have to kind of put it out there. And I think that there's a really beautiful piece to being vulnerable. I think it shows not only the person that you are, but the journey you've been on. So it really kind of breaks down walls and really shows people a different side of you. So I think allowing yourself to go on this journey will only it will only fuel you to be even better than you were yesterday. So I think coming from a place of curiosity and giving yourself time to move through your journey, your learning process will only help you improve and get stronger and stronger. And everyone can reach me on LinkedIn. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, but please reach out. I would love the opportunity to have a conversation with you and learn more about you and how you're changing the world.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. And remember, folks, all these people are online all the time. So you want more information, go to their page. Okay, we're going to go to Cassandra, then Zion.
Thank you, Eric. And Coral, thank you for a great question. 2 quick strategies. Number 1, Paulette asked a question that I don't think that scrolled by pretty quickly about affirmations and the power. Affirmations are so important because it's you in your own voice speaking life over you, your brain, your soul, your energy, hearing you say what is possible and what's positive about you. So have a few quick go-to affirmations that really move you. I am capable of doing great things. The world is a better place because I showed up in it. Whatever makes sense and sounds real to you, write it down, have it on your mirror. You see it first thing in the morning when you're brushing your teeth, and repeat it to yourself, especially when doubt and fear and things start to crop up. And the other strategy that I'll give you guys is gratitude. I call my days gratitude sandwiches. Before I get out of bed, I got back in the bed and to do my affirmations because my alarm was way across the room. But I laid back down in that submitted position and I gave it up. All the things that I'm grateful for. And then I do the same thing as I'm getting ready to go to bed at night. I sandwich my day with gratitude so that I'm in the right headspace to deal with what's coming. And I show up in a way that's positive and ready for whatever the world has to show me. So gratitude and affirmations, 2 great strategies to help with fear or any type of self-limiting belief. You guys can reach me also on LinkedIn and on all the socials. And right now we're getting ready for that challenge. So you see it all right above my head, this way, that way, soarbeyondlimits.com. And that'll give you an assessment that'll help you figure out where you are in your journey and how we can help you continue forward.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you so
All
much.
right, back to you,
Appreciate
Eric.
that. Thank you. Thank you. And Paulette, thank you for that question. If you go on my website, successwitheric.com, click on about, you will see my my affirmations that I read every day. So I put it all out there so people can see it and maybe you can model it, right? So successwitheric.com and click on about. All right. So we're going to keep it moving. There's a lady that said that she wants to, I'd love to do a one-to-one. It says LinkedIn user. So we want to know who it is. And let me just say this. If you want to meet with one of these folks, don't be passive. Be active. Contact them, right? Just look at it this way. If someone says, okay, Amberly has a check for $1,000 for you. Would you reach her, or would you just hope she contacts you? You track her down. You'll be at her house. I found your address. Right? So be active, connect with them, say, I want to meet with you one-to-one. All right. Appreciate that. All right, Annie, go ahead. I'm not Annie, Zion. Sorry. Zion, go ahead.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Eric. I think our world-class speakers have hit the nail on the head already by the closing points. But what I want to say for the last question is this. For every glory, there is a story. So for me, what you call failure, what you call fear are all the stories. And those are the stories is what gives the glory its meaning. So don't see it as failure. Don't see it as fear. See it at the story stage where you learn all you need to learn, because the story are what makes the glory what it is. And yes, for those who want to reach me, I'm always active on LinkedIn. Go to my profile. There's a link there, the positivity chat. You want to have a one-on-one call with me, just click on the link and book a one-on-one call with me. So thank you so much for joining us today. We truly appreciate you. And over to you, Mr. Eric.
All right. Appreciate that. I think all our panelists have spoken. Is there anybody that hasn't? Okay, I think everybody has. Okay, good. So we're going to go ahead and end it. We like to stay here for an hour maximum. So we're at 8:01. So I'm going to close it out in about a couple minutes here. One thing I did want to say before we end is there's a comedian called Kevin Hart. Some of you may know him. This little short guy from Philadelphia. And he's in it seemed like 100 movies. And someone asked him one day, they said, what is the secret to your success? I mean, you just came from nowhere, like all of a sudden. And he said, he said, I became an overnight success by speaking and performing in these small theaters, right? Where they do comedy for 17 years. And then finally, someone put me in one movie. And then I've been going from one movie to the other movie to the other movie. So here's the thing. Just like Annie said, it starts like you have to do the work. It doesn't just come. 17 years. I was good. He said, sometimes I won't get paid. I just want to get known, right? So we have to know that as we go through this thing called life, that you don't usually get quick results. All right. So you just have to keep going. Don't make excuses. The biggest excuse in the world is, oh, I'm too old. It's too, I'm over the hill. Look, stop saying that to yourself. Cassandra will tell you that messing with your mindset. Stop it. Just stop. That's all I can say. Stop that. All right. And you can do it. All right. So thank you, everybody on the chat. The chat is blowing up. Welcome, Dr. Marcia. Welcome. The chat is blowing up. We appreciate all of you. And as you know, we are here every Monday, 7 a.m. Eastern time. We appreciate your support from all over the world. So let's give it up for all our speakers and all our participants. Appreciate you. And we will see you next week. It's been a plum-pleasing pleasure to be here with you today. Bye-bye.